I don't know if our boy Luigi would like to see that. Super Love Princess Gold. Oh my. I mean, basically back in Super Mario Land, Mario had to save Daisy, but that's a different story. Oh wait, I'm already recording. Hey, so what's going on, my dedicated bros and dads? It's me, your boy Luigikid, and yeah, I've seen the SONIC.EXE fan base is growing and growing like wildfire. On this rate, we're gonna get 1 million subscribers easily, but only if you beautiful people hit the subscribe button, and of course, you know, smash that like button, alrighty? Today we're gonna watch SONIC.EXE explained because I think some of you dedicated bros have actually no goddamn idea what this creepypasta is about, and this video is probably one of the best videos to explain this whole topic. So, by Infographic Show, subscribe to those guys, they already got this diamond play button, but hey, let's get them even more subs, and check out their original video, link is down in the description below. Anyways, let's start my dedicated bros with that.
Sonic the Hedgehog has been thrilling gamers since his first appearance in 1991.
Yes.
But around the internet, rumors persist that the blue spiky-haired ring-loving Sega mascot has a darker side. What is SONIC.EXE?
An
There were over
executable
20
file,
Sonic games
bro.
since its creation, with the character making countless guest appearances in other series. But in 2011, a story started making the rounds on the internet, originally posted
On
by
the
a user named JC the
Creepypasta
Hyena.
wiki.
It told the story of a lost Sonic game, one that had darker properties that would haunt one young gamer forever. And it all started with one foolish decision. A young man named Tom was a massive Sonic the Hedgehog fan. While he liked
I like
the
that
newest
it's also
games, he had a
animated
soft
like
spot for the
that.
classics. But he never played any fan-made, hacked, or glitch-filled games before.
Bro,
He was happy with
how
his current
couldn't
game,
you?
Sonic Unleashed, but
The
was
mods are
snapped
the
out of his gaming
best.
by a package arriving in his mail. Grabbing it and opening it, he saw that it was a CD box accompanied by a note from his good friend Kyle,
He
who had
needs
been off
help.
the radar for about 2 weeks. But something was wrong with the message that Kyle sent.
Kyle, why
The
sending
writing was
mail?
scratchy and
Like,
poorly written,
bro,
but the message was clear.
see
Kyle
me on
was deeply
WhatsApp
disturbed
and
and
tell me
was
about
writing to
this.
Tom begging for help. He was desperate to get rid of the disc and sounded like he was in a panic. He said he couldn't do it because something was after him, and whatever it was much too fast.
Bro,
He
it
begged
is
Tom to
Sonic that is
destroy the
after
disc,
you.
and with it destroy whatever this entity was. And he left Tom with a final warning. Whatever you do not play the game. It's what he wants.
Is he
Tom was
actually
freaked out.
kind of stupid? Like he said, please do not play the game, but why are you sending the game in first place anyways? There's also something that I never really understood about this goddamn creepypasta. But well,
And he wanted to trust Kyle, but his curiosity got the best of him. He looked
I
over
can-
the
I can
disc,
see
and
that.
It
I
looked
would-
like an average gaming disc with
I
the
would play it as
exception of
well.
the word Sonic.exe written in black marker. And what was odd was it didn't look like Kyle's handwriting from the letter. Maybe Kyle had gotten this from someone else, just like he had. He was about to find
from a
out.
hobo.
Turned on his computer, put in the disc.
Man.
The first screen looked almost exactly like the original Sonic game from
Yeah,
1991.
but
Tom
1
got
second
excited
later,
because he'd been
shit's
feeling
getting
a lot of
serious.
nostalgia from the original generation of games. But as he pressed start, he saw something that made him nearly jump out of his chair. It was his first indication that something was very wrong with this game. It was only a few seconds, but the game screen turned into something horrific. The sky got
But isn't
dark,
that
the title became
enough
covered in rust.
to
The
actually
Sega
see
1991
shit is
logo suddenly
happening?
turned to Sega 666, and Sonic changed. He became something disturbing, a twisted figure
like he's
with
actually showing
black,
us the middle
bleeding
finger.
eyes with glowing red pupils that felt like they were staring right at Tom with a twisted smile.
Tom, just close the
Just like
game.
that
That's
face.
mentioned to the rescue.
But it wouldn't be the last disturbing sign from the mystery CD. Tom was a huge fan of this game.
What
and
if
it
Tom
didn't
is
take long
actually
for him
just
to
a YouTuber as well and just wants to record his reaction now?
that something was very wrong. The save screen that
Something
popped
was
up was from
fishy.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3, released several years later. The background looked like a dark, cloudy sky, similar to a level from Sonic CD.
Mr.
The
Pingus.
music wasn't from Sonic games at all, but it was from the role-playing game Earthbound, but seemed somehow distorted, and all the save files just showed
Quick question, was it actually necessary to know that the music was from Earthbound and some shit? Like, why is that relevant information for the creepypasta? It's kind of cringe.
odd red static. But when he got to the character selection screen, he got his biggest jolt yet. There should have been 3 characters on the select screen for Sonic 3, and fan favorites Tails and Knuckles
No
were
Pingas,
there,
man.
but not present was Sonic himself. What kind of Sonic game is it if you can't even play as the man himself?
The man.
But equally bizarre was one who was in his place, Sonic's famous arch-nemesis Dr. Robotnik, who had
Not
never been
lying,
playable
those
in any of
animations
the main
actually
Sonic
kind of
games.
nice to
It
see
was
the
clear
background.
This wasn't a normal or glitchy game, it had been hacked. Tom didn't get scared off easily, so he chose Tails and started playing.
You had to
But
choose
before he
Tails,
could get
bro.
started, the game froze, and he could hear a twisted laugh, almost like the evil clown Kefka from Final
It
Fantasy.
is the evil
who
clown
definitely
Kefka.
did not belong in this game. The game then cut to black, and eventually the game started. It looked like the first level from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Almost good.
The Green Hill Zone.
The
but
music,
something
though.
was off. The music was slower and distorted, and it seemed to take ages to get anywhere. With
It's actually
Tails
right that
running on
creepypasta
flat ground for
games and
several
fan
minutes
games
as
are
the music got lower
doing
and
pretty
lower.
fine.
And then something
The
horrible
fan
came
games, in
into
my
view.
opinion, is
It
a
was
lot
one of
better
the
than
little
a
pixelated
cringy
animals
creepypasta
that made up
story
the
itself.
background, and it was dead. As Tails ran on, more animal corpses came into view, all butchered terribly. Tails even seemed to notice, having a disturbed and saddened expression on his face. As Tails ran on, the deaths seemed to become more gruesome, with animals being displayed on trees in disgusting ways or being dismembered. Tom forced Tails to move on past the gruesome scene.
Tom,
Then they saw
why
something
do
that
you do
stopped them
this?
dead in their tracks. It was Sonic, and Tails stopped as soon as he saw him. Tails seemed happy for a second, but Sonic didn't react. He
Hey,
stood
Sonic
there
the
with his
EXE!
back
Oh
to
no!
the screen as Tails approached, and Tom started to get a sick feeling in his stomach as the static on the game screen got worse and worse. Then Sonic turned around, and things got much worse.
Bro,
Sonic looked
hyper-realistic
like he did on that
eyes,
brief
man.
flash at the title screen, with black eyes and blood-red dots in the middle. Before anything could happen, the screen went to black again, and Tom was confronted with another disturbing message.
Let's
Hello,
go.
do you want to play with me?
Tom, you're a
Tom knew
fucking
he should
pussy.
just
Stop
turn off
screaming
game.
and play
But
the
before he
fucking
could make his
game.
decision, the game turned on again. It was a new level, this one from Sonic 3, and it was titled Hide and Seek. While Tom didn't know what was going on, Tails did, and the little flying fox looked terrified. Tom could swear that the video game character was gesturing to him, begging for him to get out of the area, but it wasn't
I
possible.
always ask myself, how the fuck did it work? We all started at Green Hill Zone, and then at the hide and seek stage, we were just on Angel Island. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Was it? Tails was just a video game character, and there was no way for him to break the fourth wall, especially in an old school game.
Well,
There was only
What
one
the
thing
heck,
to do.
bro?
Run. Tom pressed down on
I
the arrow
thought
key and tried
hiding.
to guide Tails through the level as quickly as possible, as odd, out-of-place music continued to play. Suddenly, his blood ran cold as the odd laugh could be heard. Sonic began appearing, those horrible red eyes visible in the background as he stalked Tails. Then
Poor
suddenly
Tails.
he appeared, flying.
All
Sonic
these sound
wasn't
effects.
supposed to be able to fly,
What the fuck?
but that didn't seem to matter in this game. And whatever he planned to do to Tails, he seemed to be enjoying it. With a twisted
Okay, this
evil grin on
animation
his
is
face.
actually
Then
kinda
suddenly, Tails tripped.
cringe as well.
The game cut to
Still.
another cutscene as Sonic vanished. Tom could only watch in horror as Tails lay on the ground sobbing. Suddenly, Sonic appeared in front of him.
And
blood
then
dripping
this
from his
stupid
eyes.
scream.
He lunged at Tails, the screen went black, and there was an ear-splitting screech for 5 seconds. Then a new text crawl appeared.
To be honest, that was actually the only thing that I personally didn't like about the SONIC.EXE fan game by Crimson, and it was the goddamn girly screams for each character. It was like, besides that, the original SONIC.EXE fan game was très bien.
You're too slow. Want to try again? Tom was quickly brought back to the character select screen, and he noticed Tails was no longer playable, his orange fur now black with expressions of terror on his face. Tom
fur.
shrugged it off and chose Knuckles, and was quickly plunged back into the bizarre game. And this time, the game taunted him right at the start. You can't run. He found himself in a strange new level with a sky background that looked like the main menu alongside a construction zone. Tom moved Knuckles forward in the new level, and it was only seconds before Sonic
Tom
appeared
didn't even
with
try
the
the
taunt,
Easter eggs,
"Found
lol.
you." And making the scene even more disturbing, Tom recognized the music from the horror game Silent Hill. But Silent Hill had been created years after these games. It wasn't long.
But it
this
doesn't
time,
matter.
Tom actually got to play. The boss fight was short and impossible, as Sonic seemed to disappear and appear at will, almost like he was taunting him. Eventually, it went to another cutscene as Knuckles collapsed in a panic, and Sonic lunged at him.
Bro.
And the screen cut to black as the next taunting message appeared.
10 out of 10 gameplay, bro. There was some leaked Smash Bros. Footage right there.
So many souls to play with, so little time, would you agree? It was like Sonic was
He doesn't
taunting
agree at
Tom,
all, man.
and he knew he had to walk away, so he turned the game off, but as he tried to sleep, he could hear Tails and Knuckles crying and begging for him help.
Tom,
And
you
as he
monster.
dreamed, he was stalked by the demon Sonic, who taunted him.
Why
that
is
he'd be
Sonic
joining
running?
them and
Why is he
Kyle
not
soon.
flying again?
Had this horrible Sonic done something to Tom's friend? Tom knew he needed answers, and there was only one way to get them. He fired up the game again with Robotnik.
No, calling Kyle for fuck's sake. And ask you, bro, did you witness the same shit that I did?
Now the only choice, with Tails and Knuckles grayed out. This time he found himself in a level that he knew wasn't in any of the Sonic games, just a darkened hallway stained with blood, almost like it belonged in a Castlevania game. Robotnik seemed
almost.
nervous, but not as terrified as Tails or Knuckles did. There didn't seem to be any enemies in this level, just the hallway as it got darker.
the other
darker.
levels, there
Tom
were
led
also
Robotnik
enemies,
down
to
the
be
stairs
honest.
into another hallway until he heard the laugh once again. Sonic was here. This time, Sonic appeared in front of Robotnik, and the game faded to a red static for about 15 seconds. Suddenly, Sonic appeared again, but Robotnik was nowhere to be seen.
Oh, there we have
Instead,
the
Sonic
super
looked far more
hyper-realistic
than he
eyes,
had
man.
before, with more detail than should be possible in an old-school game. And he was staring directly at Tom as he smiled a twisted smile full of sharp fangs. And Tom could swear his fur was splattered with blood. Tom couldn't stop staring, hypnotized, as the screen went to black and he heard 3 words: I am God. Sonic leaped at the screen went black, and a final message came up.
Oh,
reading,
man.
ready for round 2, Tom?
And then he's
Just as
firing
quickly
up
as the computer shut
SONIC.EXE,
itself
bro.
off. No matter what Tom did, it wouldn't turn on. He desperately tried to make sense of the horrors he had just seen, and wondered what had become of Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik. Maybe it was just a twisted game after all. Maybe if he didn't turn the game on again, it would be fine. After a while, the computer turned on again, but the CD seemed to be stuck inside. And
Well,
then he
just
heard the
trash your
voice.
PC,
Trying
man.
to keep this interesting for me, Tom? The game wasn't on. Where was Sonic's voice coming from? Tom turned around in horror as he saw the Sonic plushie,
Oh,
looking
no.
exactly like the twisted version from Sonic.EXE sitting directly on his bed. What happened to Tom? No one knows. The story went viral and spread around the internet, with many wondering if
And
there really
got
was a cursed
removed,
Sonic
man.
game out there. While there wasn't at first, other fans decided to fix that, with a fan game based on the creepy story being made not long afterward.
Not just
While
one,
the story
but
was
thousands
popular,
now.
readers still had many questions. Namely, what was this horrible twisted Sonic and where did he come from? The original
Only
story
Kyle
had
knows.
no origin for the demon Sonic, although many believe him to be a demon possessing Sonic's body to prey
Zago?
on his
Is
friends.
that you?
A second story would later be published, a prequel focusing on an unknown entity known as EXE, and a young detective named Derek Green who was pursuing him. As EXE committed murders by jumping from body to body, Derek became increasingly paranoid and obsessed with the case. He uncovered a secret cult and found EXE was contained within a computer disk. He destroyed it, only to find that the cult had placed copies of EXE on countless disks as backups, and he
Oh,
ultimately
no.
fell prey to the demon himself. Is this
F in
cursed
the
game
chat.
actually out there? Like most creepypastas, the answer is not likely. But fans who want to get up close and personal with a demonic
Well,
Sonic
Joe
may find that their
definitely
fellow
is
fans
creating a
got
PC
little
port
too
for
close
us.
for comfort with some of their recreations, and anyone who reads this story might look at those old 16-bit Sonic games just a little differently. For another mysterious killer lurking around the internet,
I can relate,
check
man.
out X-Virus, Creepypasta Explained, or watch the most scary creepypastas on the internet
There you've
for
heard
just
it,
how dark
boys
it can
and
get.
girls. SONIC.EXE actually fucking explained. Should have explained that the creepypasta was also so damn cliche that it got removed from the creepypasta wiki, and that JC the Hyena was actually making a huge fuss about it. And now, nowadays, a lot more controversy when it comes to the creator of SONIC.EXE creepypasta. I hope he's now actually off of the internet for a longer time after the allegations. If you want to see more about this, I've made 2 own videos covering this topic. But yeah, now you have seen once again, for all the newcomers to the SONIC.EXE creepypasta or fan games, here you've got it, you've seen it there. Subscribe to the infographics show and subscribe to my channel as well. I mean, I've seen so many new fans because of the Friday Night Funkin' mod, because of SONIC.EXE one more time, because of SONIC.EXE PC port. Great games, check them out as well. But yeah, with all that being said, my dedicated bros, had a blast. It was pretty cool seeing some good old stuff here being explained. It's been years that I was reading this creepypasta as well, and I'm honestly gotta say, it's actually quite cringe. But the games, especially fan games that the people are creating nowadays, they're really well made. And I hope you, my dedicated bros and breads, never stop, so I'm not running out of content. No, seriously, I love you, my dedicated bros and breads. With all that being said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, to rate the video or to the comments for feedback, and we'll see each other in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you, ciao!